Can the spot help you replace injured fantasy football players? Have you ever wondered how to manage your fantasy football team when injuries strike? The injured reserve spot can be a game changer for your roster. When a player on your team is officially labeled as injured reserve or simply out, you can move them to the injured reserve spot. This action frees up a roster spot, allowing you to add a replacement player without having to drop someone else right away. This flexibility is especially helpful during the season when multiple players may be injured or on bye weeks. It keeps you from having to cut healthy players just to fill your lineup, which is essential for staying competitive. Imagine having to drop a solid player just because another one got hurt. With the injured reserve spot, you can avoid that scenario. However, there are some rules to keep in mind. Only players officially designated as injured reserve or out can be placed in the injured reserve spot. Players who are listed as questionable or doubtful typically do not qualify for this spot. It is also worth noting that some fantasy platforms automatically move players to the injured reserve spot, while others requiring you to do it manually. Once your injured player is ready to return, you will need to remove them from the injured reserve spot. At that point, you will have to either drop another player or adjust your roster to stay within the maximum roster size. This means that while the injured reserve spot is helpful, you still need to actively manage your roster. In summary, the injured reserve spot is a useful tool in fantasy football. It allows you to replace injured players and maintain a competitive lineup throughout the season. Just remember to keep track of your roster limits and be ready to make adjustments when your injured players return. By using the injured reserve spot wisely, you can navigate the ups and downs of injuries and keep your team in the game.